Good afternoon from the beautiful Philippines. This is the country we've been living in for the last 4.5 years. I just picked up our motorbike from the mechanic finally after about 2 years in the shop. It's looking very good and it's finally fully registered. It took that long in the shop because it was ages to try and get all of the paperwork to try and get this thing legally registered. So I had to change everything. I had to change the wing mirrors, I had to change the exhaust pipe and the lighting, everything to be able to get this thing legal. I'll admit it's been a bit of a hassle because, you know, 2 years without the motorbike, you kind of forget you own the thing. But I'm glad to have picked it up today. And when my mechanic sent me the bill, I was expecting something really, really harsh because it's been ages. And also because we've just come back from Hong Kong where things were really expensive, I thought I was going to get hit with a hard one. So I'd say for about a 70% restoration, new parts fitted, the exhaust done, the suspension changed, new wheels, new spokes, registration, everything done at the government office for me so I didn't have to go. And the total price was 6,500 pesos. So for everything, which was a bit of a shock for me. 6,500 pesos is about 85 British pounds, or maybe like close to $100, to have all that done, and also to have the bike sitting in his shop for close to 2 years before I even got to pick the thing up. So I'm pleasantly surprised by that. I was really, really expecting to be hit with a stinger, and this is one of the reasons why we enjoy living in the Philippines. People say living in Siargao is expensive, and it can be, but when you compare it to other countries like Hong Kong, where we've just come back from, man, that was a really, really nice surprise. We are just grabbing some lunch in Amon Cafe. We've got a full house today here in the cafe, and Sacha's just working her way through the Hong Kong photos.
Yeah.
Found any good ones?
Yeah, there's too many, really. But
Good memories.
I might do a post of black and white ones.
Yeah.
It's the Buddha day, we went to the big Buddha.
Yeah.
It's quite overcast, so the pictures are looking really nice in black and white.
Nice and dramatic.
Yeah.
Do you remember all of this story? I know it's only been a few weeks.
There's a sneak peek.
Yeah, that's sweet, kids. So let me give you a coffee comparison. This one here is a flat white with oat milk, and it costs 170 pesos, which is about £2.50 in British money. And the same coffee in Hong Kong would have cost us
£4 to £5.
£4 to £5. So it's like half the price here in Siargao, which is considered an expensive part of the Philippines. Story's drink was about the same money. And yes, in Hong Kong that would have cost us close to £5 again there as well. So we're really seeing the price difference, aren't we?
So what we started to do in Hong Kong was share a coffee.
Yeah, we were sharing drinks. Lifestyle change, isn't it? Salamat. No sharing coffee today though. Yeah, we can afford two. Let's do another quick price comparison. This toast here was about 250 pesos, or £3.30 in British money. And for comparison, I'll put a clip here of another piece of toast we got in Hong Kong, and that was £5. So big price difference, and look at the difference in quality. Like, you get way more way more good stuff here for much less money. So I've just taken a quick trip over to the motorbike shop because I realised there were no pegs on the bike on the rear, so I'm going to buy some new ones. I picked up these BMX pipes from the bicycle shop in the end because the motorbike shop didn't have what we needed. And I noticed that this nut, this bolt that holds the suspension in place, is actually threaded all the way through, so you can pull it out by hand. Super dodgy. It's one other element to living in the Philippines, isn't it?
Good job I came, because Joe originally was going to come into town and swap the car for the bike and then drive the bike back home and leave the car here for something that needs doing on that. If I had done, you'd be stuck here. Oh, I guess you could have just taken the car back.
Or maybe I would never have arrived home. So yeah, that's like one opposite factor to living in the Philippines. Things, yes, can be cheaper, but you do have to check everything, make sure it's done safely. I did bring a spare helmet as well, didn't I, Story? Because you wanted to ride home with me.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. We got to take extra care when you're thinking of doing anything with a child in tow as well. So just make sure, wear the helmet. Make sure that you take care of your own business. Oh, you look like an astronaut, don't you? Yeah. Apologies, Story. We won't be able to ride the bike today. But once it's all nice and safe, we'll bring it home. We can just ride near us, yeah?
Yeah.
Good plan?
Yeah.
All right. Again, for price reference, these BMX pegs, stainless steel or aluminium, cost 390 pesos, which which is about £5, I think, in British money. Okay, I'm on an errand mission to get the bike fixed. Sacha's gonna go home.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at the house.
Yeah, I don't know how long you'll be.
Yeah, you never really know.
What, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna go.
All right. See you later. Put your seatbelt on, please. All right. So I've come back to the mechanic and I've asked them to fit the pegs for me and also sort out the suspension bolt, and they're doing it now, so that's good. I had to pay 50 pesos for a new bolt. 50 pesos is about 60p. So he's got some new ones coming right now. This is the mechanic I always go to have my car painted or to have any work done on the bike. Trustworthy place, very island style, but they get the job done nicely and I like the owner. I can trust him. If I was ever going to give advice to somebody thinking of moving to the Philippines, I would say it's a lot easier for you if you're a hands-on person, somebody who kind of understands how things work anyway, so that you can manage a situation. I would say most of the people I've ever met here are super honest, but sometimes things can be missed, so you have to kind of keep your eye on things. But it's not a trust issue, it's just like a speed thing. Sometimes people just want to get things done, so we always try and figure out our own way to fit in, be safe with stuff. And knowing a little bit about mechanical work, knowing a little bit about how your house works is a big part of that. Yes, thank you for this. Protect my arms on the way home.
Right, I'll see you then.
Right, head off. Bye. See you later. I will also say as well, it definitely helps having a partner who is understanding of these things too. So if I say things are going to take 10 minutes, they might take an hour. You just don't really know when you're living in the Philippines. So having an understanding person who's got the time to wait, the time of understanding, is essential. If you want things to work the way that they do, like let's say in your home country, then you kind of have to go back to that place, because things will always be a little bit different here. And that can be a good thing, like living on island time and making sure things are more relaxed. But sometimes it can also be a problem, so it's good to have understanding people in your life. Yeah? Mechanic just came back from a test ride. I think the chain is a bit loose, so it needs a few more adjustments, and then I'll be heading home. One thing I've always loved about the Philippines is that anything can be done. Anything can be reworked, bodged even, to get it to work. Whereas when you're in more regulated places like the UK, Hong Kong, things aren't allowed to be done that way. So if you have a custom vehicle, it's very difficult to get things legal. Whereas here, there's a way around everything. You know, as long as it's safe, as long as you know a little bit about what you're riding, what you have had done, so you can understand its safety yourself, then yeah, it's good. It's okay to do that. You can take a little bit of risk in your own hands, which is kind of another part of being in the Philippines. But after comparing our trip to Hong Kong and seeing how much everything was costing, I can already feel how much more freedom we have here with regards to owning vehicles, having things registered, getting things done. You would have to be earning maybe 4 times, 5 times more to have the same lifestyle in Hong Kong. All right, let's go home.
We're going to get a coconut.
Because we don't have the keys to the house.
I was just got like halfway home and realised
We don't have the keys.
Jay has the key to the house. So we're not going to rush home. We're going to stop here at the mountain view and grab a coconut. The cafe is still open. And I've got enough cash on me for a coconut drink. So that's what we're going to do, and wait for Daddy. Or kill a bit of time anyway. Puppy. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. How much?
60.
There we go. Fresh coco's on the way home. Oh my goodness.
That scared me.
What a place to have a little refreshment, hey?
Yeah. Coconut is so filling.
It is, isn't it? Don't worry, we can share it. This is a really nice time of day to be up here at the Coconut View, because you get that kind of pre-sunset, kind of low light And it's really, really lovely today. So clear. So you can see everything. All the details. So we're going to listen out for Jay coming up on the motorbike because I don't know how far behind us he would be. But we might see him whizzing by.
Is he going to try some of my drink? Is it nice?
It is nice, yeah. It's a sweet one.
Yeah, I like sweet cocos.
Mm.
As in like coconut.
Oh, we nearly finished it already.
Oh wow! Didn't know that was going to happen. It does look like a nice coconut. Look, it's like white
Yeah.
on the top. And I like how the lady, she didn't have a straw in it at first, but there was like this hammer and metal straw inside like this holder, and sort of hammered it
That's
inside.
why the hole is so nice and perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, and then she put another straw inside.
Yeah. That was to make the coconut hole.
Yeah.
Good. Coconut's finished and Story spotted the lays.
Salamat!
How much were your lays?
80.
80 pesos. Okay. Right, we're going to head back now. Jay didn't ride past us, but we'll have a slow drive back and maybe it will balance out and we'll end up turning up at the house around the same time. So just as a quick... Oh, fly came in with us. As a quick price thing, I know Jay's been comparing lots of prices today. The price for the fresh buko, the fresh coconut, was 60 pesos, which is about 80p in British money, and the lays that Story just got were 80 pesos, right Story?
Yeah.
80 pesos, which is like £1 for the bag of chips.
Mosquito.
A 50-gram bag of potato chips. Alright, let's go home.
Yep.
Hello!
Hello.
You did catch us up.
I thought you would have been home by now.
Well, we had a pit stop because I realised I don't have the key.
Oh yeah.
So we just stopped to get a coconut at the coconut deck.
I thought, because I was there for ages having stuff done. Like, cause while I was there, I said do the chain, you might as well do everything else. So
Aw.
I was like, oh, it doesn't matter, they'll be home by now.
Yeah. Well, we realised that you had the key,
I see.
so rather than just sitting at home in the garden,
Makes a lot of sense.
we stopped to get a drink.
Yeah, do you know what as well? I could have used the goggles.
Oh,
My eyes are full of flies, baby.
oh no. Trying to get them out.
When you put the visors down, the air doesn't goes
no.
around, so it's best to have the goggles.
Oh no.
Let me give you the goggles.
Daddy's got flies in his eyes.
I'll give you the goggles.
There you
Hold it
go.
here.
Yeah.
That's good.
All fixed though?
Yeah, now it is.
Okay.
I was just saying, you kind of have to know a little bit about vehicles here and just kind of guide people to do things the way you want them.
Yeah.
And then everything's fine. Feels good now.
Oh, nice.
Are the pegs?
Yeah, I've got new pegs, look.
I must go on the bike.
You want to ride home?
Yeah. Oh. Let's put it on.
Okay, just buckle it in. So we're on our last road to home now. And Story's gonna join Jay on the bike.
Yep, I am.
So we're all back home safely. And Story's just feeding the cat. And Poppy is having a mighty fun run with her doggy friends. Hi Moon. Hi Moon. You're a good boy. You are a good boy. See the moon up there as well. We've got a big sunset going on. It's like a wraparound sunset tonight.
Yeah, we've got the sunset in the east.
All the way across. And Poppy's way over there.
So back onto the subject of sharing price comparisons between the Philippines and Hong Kong. One thing that we felt when we arrived back here was relief, because the financial pressure just lifted off a lot. So I'll give you an example. The studio apartment we were renting in Kennedy Town, Hong Kong, if we took that for a month there, it would cost about £2,200 or
167,000 pesos
per month
for 1 month.
for a studio where we don't have our own space, we don't have our own rooms.
Yeah.
So having that pressure lifted off when we got back to the Philippines felt like a relief. On the flip side though, we spoke to our friends that live in Hong Kong, and actually the electricity price in Hong Kong is way cheaper than what we pay here in the Philippines. So
Surprisingly.
yeah, I mean, it's not as cheap as balancing out that rent cost, but it is way cheaper to get electricity out there, so you can like leave your AC running for longer, you don't have to worry so much. And the Philippines electricity is like some of the highest in Asia.
You know, we're able to do things that make life good, you know, make life fun, and you don't just feel like you're just spending money all the time, you're not really getting anything back for it. You're just living, whereas here we feel like we can enjoy going out for lunch, we can enjoy going out for coffee and having more free time, and having things at a slower pace and that it be okay. Whereas in Hong Kong, everything was very much go, go, go.
And if you were there living and working, you would need to earn maybe like 4 or 5 times more just to keep that basic level of life going, which definitely you would feel the pressure on if you'd been there for longer than a couple of months. So we are very appreciative for what we have here in the Philippines, especially on this island. I mean, look where we live. Like, this beach is incredible, and we wake up to this every single day. We have peace and quiet, there's no pollution.
We like our simple life.
Yes. I will mention though, if any of you guys are Filipino and thinking of going over to Hong Kong for a quick trip, there are quite affordable flights going from Manila now from the airline called Hong Kong Express. If you travel with like barely any luggage, you can get flights there for sometimes cheaper than flights from island to island. So if you're thinking about it, there are ways to do Hong Kong on the cheap if it's something you've ever been interested in. And there are so many Filipinos living in Hong Kong. It's absolutely mad. And we met so many of our Filipino subscribers while we were in Hong Kong. We did notice that there were a lot of people working over there and gathering together at the central station on the weekends. So there's like big Filipino meetups, even in Hong Kong. What do you think about that, Poppy? As a Filipino Aspin, oh, you would have loved it there, Poppy. You would have loved it. There were so many friendly dogs. Anyway, it makes a good holiday. The shout out for today goes to BJ Ocampo. I can see you've been a member of the weekend vlog tier for 14 months, so you've seen a lot of the background behind the scenes stuff. And if anybody is interested in becoming a member, hit the join button down below to get that information. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.